First John, the Gospel of John, chapter 1. Verse 51. Jesus said, then he said to them, I assure you most solemnly, I tell you all, you shall see heaven opened and the angels of God ascending and descending upon the Son of Man. Jesus had total free access to the realm of heaven, to the kingdom of heaven. I ask you again, where is Jesus now? You've become one with the Spirit of Jesus Christ. That means that right now, today, you have total free access to enter into the kingdom of heaven. To enter into heaven. To enter into heaven. I mean, am I stretching some of you? Say, how do I enter into heaven? And maybe some of you have already done that. Maybe you've had a time that you went to heaven. Not with your body, but you went there. Jesus had full access. The same Jesus is in us, full access. It begins with us understanding it's the truth. If it's true of Jesus, it's true of you. We are now joint heirs with Jesus. Our spirit has become one with Jesus Christ. If it's true of him, it's true of you. It begins with us believing that. Now you have availability to enter into heaven and heavenly places. When you believe it, then he can perform it. Look at John chapter 3, verse 13. You all remember this. Talking to Nicodemus. Have you ever put yourself in the place of Nicodemus and thought about what this guy must have been thinking when Jesus is telling him this stuff? He said, "You're the teacher. You're the teacher of Israel. You don't understand these things. If you don't understand natural corollaries like the wind, the Spirit is wind and the water, breaking water when you're physically born. If you don't understand those things, how can I talk to you about spiritual things?" There's a lot of people in churches. It's like they don't get it. He says, look at this, chapter 3, verse 13. And yet no one, this is an Amplified, and yet no one has ever gone up to heaven, but there is one who has come down from heaven, the Son of Man himself. He's talking about himself. Who dwells, has his home in heaven. What is he saying? His home is in heaven. He's standing here on earth. He's saying, I dwell in heaven. My home is in heaven. When? Right now. But you're here. That's right. I'm here. But my home is in heaven. I dwell in heaven. Oh, okay. So heaven is open, and angels can traffic, and you can traffic, and back and forth, right? Jesus is saying that he was announcing that his home was heaven. Where's your home? Apostle Paul wrote to the Philippians, and he says, "This ain't your home no more, guys. Your home's now in heaven." And how many of us think, okay, well, yeah, one day. But we don't think it is right now. For what? Your spirit. Your spirit is in both places. If your spirit, the real you, is in heaven, seated in Jesus, then why aren't we having encounters and visions and teachings coming direct from the Father while we're in heaven? When I say why aren't we, I'm talking about the majority. And that's the way we get all of it, isn't it? John 8:38, Jesus said, I tell the things which I have seen and learned at my Father's side. Wow. You notice how Jesus spent whole nights with the Father? Didn't sleep. He spent entire nights with the Father. Where? With the Father. Literally with the Father. Not like, well, God's up there and I'm down here and I'm trying to talk. No, 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 no. He was with the Father. He was there. This is way bigger than we understand. We're sitting at the breakfast table one day, and I don't know which one of you was it said, there was a couple of people we prayed for. We went to some shut-in houses. We prayed for these people, and we didn't see the manifestation of what we were believing for while we were there. Yeah. So the statement was made, can we go there in the Spirit right now and pray again? I said, absolutely. We grabbed each other's hands, and each one of us were sucked into the Spirit, and we went there, and we were there. And now I'm seeing it as if I'm actually there, and seeing us lay hands on these people and release again. Now, is that craziness, or is that the reality? When Apostle Paul said, I will be with you in spirit, we think that's just a saying. Okay, I'll be thinking about you. Okay, I'll be praying for you. But literally, it's possible for us to be with someone in the Spirit. I remember the first time I had an encounter like this. It was a lady that was really sick. Many years ago, she was coming to this church. And she called me, and she said, thank you for coming and pray for me last night. I said, I didn't come to pray for you. I was home. She said, no, you came. You came into my room. She said, I was very sick. They thought I was going to die. And you came to my house. You came in my room. You put your hands on me. And I got instantly healed. I said, oh, okay. And I got with God. I said, what the heck was that? I'm not going to say no. Explain to me what happened. He says, I took you there in the Spirit. I needed somebody who would believe. She knew you. She knew that you were a person of faith. So I brought you there in the Spirit. You were sleeping the whole time. Well, my spirit went there. My spirit, your spirit can go places. Oh, only for purposes of God, okay? He needs to be the initiator. Amen. We don't get into the New Age junk, okay? The Spirit of God has got to be the initiator, okay? But he does. But if we don't believe that stuff happens, we don't see it.
He brings life back unto him, not for other reasons.
That's right. That's right. Wow. It was normal for Jesus to engage the heavenly world. It was normal for Jesus to have encounters with the Father in the presence of the Father and the Spirit. It was normal for Jesus to walk in the Spirit. It was normal for Jesus to step into that room. And I want you to begin thinking about this because John chapter 10 verse 9 says, I am the door. Jesus said, I am the door. Anyone who enters in through me will be saved. He will live. He will come in and he will go out freely and will find pasture. What is he saying? We can go in and we can go out. We can go in the Spirit and come out of the Spirit. We can go into heaven and come out of heaven. And we'll find pasture when we're there. We'll find peace. We'll find comfort. We'll find relaxation. We'll find everything that we need. We'll find it there. And he said we can go in and out just like he did. Amen. He's our example. We can go in and out of the Spirit. Jesus Christ is our pattern. Not anybody else. Jesus is our pattern. Not a person, Jesus. John 17, a couple more scriptures and I'm done. I'm done! John, I don't know, are you wondering what's the matter with me? Yeah, you know. Yeah. Yeah. I had times I'd break out and start dancing up on the platform, and times I even sang.
Hallelujah.
And it's like, it just, and I finished that like, God, wow, you shocked me there. God. I never expected that. Yeah, John 17, verse 24. So Jesus is praying, okay, in John 17. Now, we all agree, right, that when Jesus prayed for stuff, God was hearing and God was answering, right? You think that Jesus ever prayed anything that God the Father said, sorry, son, I can't give you this one? No. Everything he prayed has been granted and released. Okay, so look at this, verse 24. Father, I desire that they, that's us, also whom you have entrusted to me as your gift to me. We are a gift by the Father to Jesus. Whoa. May be with me where I am. He prayed that we would be with him wherever he is. Where is he? He's in heaven and he's here. So that they may see my glory, which you have given me, your love gift to me, for you loved me before the foundation of the world. Wow. Jesus prayed that we would be where he is. Father said, amen. And now as we believe, we get to see that we are literally with him in heaven. We are. And I pray that you all begin to have some trips you're going to take. It's free. It's already prepaid. There's no sitting in an airplane long hours. There's no eating food you don't like. You're just there. You're just there. And you'll see and you'll hear things. I think more and more we need to receive our instruction, being taught by the Father, as we sit in his presence in heaven. That's ready to explode inside of me right now. It's true. It's really true. Romans chapter 5. Verse 2. Through him also we have our access. Through him we have our access. Jesus is the door. We have our entrance. By faith into this grace. Into what grace? The grace is what God has done for us, what Jesus has done for us. We have access through Jesus, the door, into all the grace that he's provided for us. The state of God's favor. Access into the place of God's favor. And let us rejoice and exult in our hope of experiencing and enjoying the glory of God. Let us rejoice and exult, that means get blasted, really excited, in the hope of experiencing this grace. Experiencing our oneness with him. Experiencing the truth that we're seated with him in heaven. Experience the truth that we can be taught direct by the Father through the Holy Spirit anytime. We can step into his kingdom and out. We can step into the Spirit and we can step out again. And it's available to us. And that before you go to bed at night, you can say, I'm giving you the night watch, Lord. I'm giving you the night watch. I'm trusting you to take me into dreams of truth, reality for me and your world, of what's true for me, of what you've made true for me, that I will begin to experience it and know, begin to experience and know what this new creation that you've made me to be really is. And what I can do in you. God, open my eyes to see, God. Release the faith. Whenever he comes with his word, it comes wrapped in his own faith. So he brings the word, and it comes with the faith. And when you hear it, when you see it, just release it. I believe, Lord. I believe, Lord. I believe, Lord.